It's Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, and welcome back to the evening forecast, or nighttime, where I'm going to be talking about the severe weather risk for tomorrow, February 19th, 2026, on Thursday. So let's jump straight into the forecast. So, tomorrow, we do have a slight risk for severe thunderstorms and a marginal risk. So you can see this is for tomorrow, Thursday, February 19th. See that if you see this light green color right here, it's going to be the general risk. Okay, you see this light green kind of looks white a little bit. This is the general risk. This is not indicating anything severe. Okay, that's just going to be for thunderstorms. And then we got the marginal risk, which is level 1 out of 5 for potential to see some isolated storms, maybe an isolated tornado. Then we have this yellow risk, which is a slight risk, which you guys probably heard of before, which is a level 2 out of 5. So there's going to be potential that we could see some severe weather in these areas on Thursday, February 19th. As you can see right here, this is the tornado risk. We have a 2% tornado risk, which is that green. It's not as high for you guys, but this includes Fort Wayne, Columbus, Springfield, Bloomington, and St. Louis, where there's going to be a potential to see an isolated tornado or two. Also includes a lot of Kentucky. And then we have that 5% tornado risk, which includes Indianapolis, Cincinnati, and Louisville area. It also includes this area as well, which is a big gap with major cities. And anyone inside of that brown, be staying aware for tornadoes on Thursday, February 19th, which is tomorrow by the time I'm making this video, as well as if you're in this green. But just know that the brown means you have a little bit of a higher chance, okay? But, make sure to be staying prepared. We're also going to have a wind risk, where there's going to be potential that we could see some severe thunderstorms out here as well. Severe thunderstorms are also on the table, where this yellow area has the highest potential to see some severe thunderstorms. This brown area still has a potential, but a little bit lower than the people in the yellow. It's not just severe thunderstorms. We're also going to be seeing a chance to see some hail, mainly if you're in this yellow, and potential to see some severe thunderstorms. Lower potential to see hail if you're in that brown. So that's what's going on with our SP Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook for tomorrow, Thursday, February 19th, 2026. Now, let's check out what these storms could look like as they start popping up on Thursday. So, here we are on the future radar. This will show us when the storms will pop up and the impacts of what they could look like. So, this is what they could look like tomorrow. Right here, the storms will start popping up at around. The storms will start popping up around St. Louis, around 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, and on Thursday, we're gonna have some of this rain pop up. St. Louis is probably not gonna be expecting anything too crazy if we're gonna have those storms start to pop up. We could see some severe some severe winds over here in central Illinois around just after noon, and then this is when the storms really start to strengthen some more, where we have some heavy rain, maybe even a tornado or something going on out here, severe thunderstorms. This is what it looks like at 3 p.m. Eastern. This might not be what it looks like at that specific time, but it could be, because this is the future radar. This is just what the future radar could look like. Then you can see as we get more towards the evening and into night, the storms are going to kind of calm down a little bit as they move towards Columbus, Ohio. Just one thing that I want to note is that when those storms start developing, we're gonna have they're gonna push through Indianapolis and maybe cause some severe storms over there. Then we're gonna have some storms start to pop up behind it after the storm passes, which is also gonna have a chance to produce some severe thunderstorms and maybe even isolated tornado. We're also gonna have a few thunderstorms up here in the Chicago area, in these areas which could produce some severe winds. But I don't think that's crazy. Columbus, there is going to be a small tornado risk for you, as well as a small hail and severe thunderstorm risk. So, yeah, but I think it will mainly be a rain threat for you guys. And then after that passes into the nighttime, into the early morning hours of the 20th, we'll have some of these thunderstorms popping up down here, but these aren't going to be too concerning for anything. So that's why we got that general risk for that area on the 20th. So make sure you be staying weather aware if you live in that area, and that's just what the future radar could look like. Again, it's also going to be pretty warm. You guys probably know it's pretty warm out there right now. It's feeling a little bit above average for winter. Actually pretty above average. So I was out there in Columbus. I was out there in central Ohio today. and it was feeling nice. Okay, it was feeling pretty warm. And a lot of you guys out there are also experiencing this, so it's gonna be pretty above average. We're gonna be seeing some pretty warm temperatures for these areas for a little while. That's not gonna last too long. After on the 19th of the day when there's gonna be severe storms, it's gonna be pretty warm out here. Okay, and that's also gonna help with the severe storms to develop. But after the storms pass, we're gonna have that cold air come in. Okay, we're gonna have that cold air come in. So after those storms pass, it's going to get a little bit more cold. Okay, it's going to get a little bit more cold, but still remaining a little bit above average. We're also going to have some cold temperatures come down here. But otherwise, still remaining a little bit above average. And let's take a look at Cape to see what the Cape could be looking like out there. Which if you don't know what Cape is, this is another ingredient that helps with tornadoes and stuff. Which we're definitely going to have some Cape out there. And that's going to help with some of those tornadoes to develop, which this is what it could look like, the Cape. I guess I should have used the HRRR, but that's okay. We're going to have some of that Cape up here. And Cape is also going to help with the tornadoes as well. So we could, I think that we are going to see a tornado warning out here, okay? We're probably, it's almost certain that we're going to get a tornado warning out here. But just don't know how bad the tornado will be or like what will happen. It could just be rotation. There doesn't have to be a tornado warning to be a tornado. That might sound confusing, but if there's a rotating cloud, there's going to be a tornado warning. But also if a tornado is on the ground too. There's different levels of tornado warnings. I might make a video about that, but yeah, we're going to have some Cape there. And then the dew point is also going to come up as well. And we're going to see some of that moisture be pulled up from the Gulf of Mexico, which is also going to help with the tornadoes as well. So yeah, it might help with the tornadoes with that dew point. As you can see, we're going to see some levels of dew point out there. This is what it could look like on Thursday the 19th while the severe weather is happening. We're going to have some dew points up there, which is also going to help. Now, let's check out the significant tornado perimeter. This shows us where tornadoes could happen on the 19th. So again, this is more of an in-depth forecast, okay? This is a more in-depth forecast on what we're expecting. So like earlier today, I didn't go this in-depth on this. So around 5 p.m. we could have a chance, like you can see, this is all the stuff this is the significant tornado perimeter. It shows us the potential to see some tornadoes out here. So we're definitely going to have some values of significant tornado perimeters out here, which is also going to help with tornadoes. So this can show the idea of where some of the tornadoes could be or where the supercells could be. And then there's also this, which also shows where some of the rotating supercells could be out there as well. And then you got the supercell composite, which can also show where some of the supercells could be, which is mainly going to be within this area. So yeah, make sure to be staying weather aware for these severe thunderstorm risks, the tornado risk, severe thunderstorm risk, and a hail risk out here. If you live in this highlighted area on Thursday the 19th, there's going to be potential to see severe weather. So make sure to have alerts on, especially if you live over here. Well, anywhere over here needs to have alerts on. But if you live over here, it's going to be a little bit of more of a nighttime risk. Mainly if you live over there around Columbus, it's going to be a little bit more into the nighttime, like from 7 to I would say 11 p.m. So yeah, but this area be staying weather aware. But the yellow area is the main area that I'm concerned about. But the green area is also still a concern. Make sure to be staying weather aware if you're out there. And if you get into a tornado warning, take shelter and follow what the warning says by your National Weather Service. And tomorrow, if you live in this area, pay close attention to the weather, okay? Because it's going to be pretty bad. But don't freak out, because I don't think it's going to be like crazy, okay? It's not going to be like, oh, there's going to be tornado outbreak. It's not what it's going to be like. I mean, we could see some tornado warnings out here, and there is a potential that I could see a lot. I mean, the tornado outbreak chances is very low, okay? Very low. So I don't want anyone freaking out because of this. But anyways, make sure you be staying weather aware if you're out here. Columbus, Cincinnati, Louisville, anywhere in these highlighted areas. Fort Wayne. And Chicago needs to be staying weather aware. And notice this little marginal risk that goes up here. That's also going to help. That's not going to help. That's also going to be an area of concern. So make sure you be staying weather aware for this. And yeah, and on the north, like the north side of the storm, like even at the time making this video, we're gonna have some snow happening up here. So yeah, just expect some travel concerns and some snow up there. And we even do have potential to see a nor'easter. It's going to be a low potential, but there's going to be a potential for a nor'easter if you live in this highlighted area. As we get into, let me see, what's today? February 18th, February 19th, February 20th, 21st, 22nd. So yeah, just if you're in this blue area on the 22nd, make sure to be aware for potential to see a nor'easter, but I think that's potential is going to be very low. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.